Family, una good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever una day, and una welcome to the program Inside Salon today. Now the then and now media empire with the broadcast live on Facebook. Me and our host and presenter Mohamed Kamara, popularly known as Supermed. And today, na Saturday the 6th of March 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as already my guest already there, which we live right now as I talk. Today we'll get an exclusive with the former flag bearer aspirants of the APC party and potential flag bearer aspirants of the APC party, Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura. So ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, when I begin share this program straight off, we get plenty thing today for Can Talk with this fine patriotic gentleman. This now somebody where most people in Sabi. But as the program starts, Insese will introduce himself to now. But this man, a man will stand up for a community. A man will stand up for Sierra Leoneans. Musa Evalende, he deal with Sierra Leoneans. He support Sierra Leoneans. Na Salon as well as in the diaspora. And a man will do quite a lot of things for sure the love we get for our country. So we at this platform, we're very, very grateful for getting him today. And I believe saying a very, very important interview. Because like what I know, this man will be a former flag bearer aspirant. Now the last election for under the APC party, now the last 2018 election, a vie for become a flag bearer of the APC party. And I know saying a potential flag bearer aspirant again for this coming election, although not declared yet, but we'll go inside and day. But ladies and gentlemen, like I say no more, now we continue for share the program because it will be a travesty if plenty of people don't listen. This particular interview, very interesting interview will be, and a remarkable personality. Now we're so today when nobody else other than Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura. Chief Tonkla is popularly known as Chief Tonkla. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I know how we delay again because we got plenty of things for Can Talk, and like what I say, we'll get there with we already. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Una please join me for welcome Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura to this program. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kamara, aka Supermed. I'd also be extending thanks to the Dead and Now program for giving this platform. And they actually reach out to all my family across the world, Sierra Leone, them, America, England, Scotland, Wales, the rest of Europe, Africa, and particularly now homeland of Sierra Leone. Tell thank you for this program tonight, and I hope we'll get the best of we talent tonight. Me and my brother, aka Supermed, thank you very much, and welcome tonight. Or in the morning, it depends on who say it at the world. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Tonkla. And again, ladies and gentlemen, allow it continue for share. I want to say hi to people that already went on January. And Dorita Lee, Royal Queen. It's a nice music. Oh, thank you very much. Who's everything? Very, very nice music. And I will get signs like that music itself. And Madam Fatima Conte as well. Thank you very much. And please, allow me continue for share as we can start the interview. Chief Tonkla, I will go straight away to the point. For people who not sabi you, for the benefit of people when I attend the first time when they read this particular name, so Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura. Ugo Wale, give me a brief background of yourself, please.
Thank you very much. Well, I will analyze properly the Tonkla name as I come out. I will start from my daddy. My daddy in the late 50s to 60s, he migrated from Masimra, with a part of Northern Province. He go to the east. As a businessman, he go advance in business career. He go, in fact, he first go to Panguma. From there, he go Tongo, he go Shegbema. Then he kind of you go Bajubu, you kind of Nageleon, where Nade go born me, or to brothers and sister them. I'm a businessman, you go for go try and you worked hard, you go for make them. So you move from where they born me, you go move from Geleon for Kankenema. Kankenema they can settle, but maybe for play go now don't sell to mama. Now that go sit down me tell it 5 years. Wait, I'm going to school. They go pick me up back. Now that I'm going to school. So my daddy, he left Mashimara, say, go to the east, go try, worked hard, and he make him. But he come on a ruling family. So we did kind of say, where the work can get worse, now move back to Losar, Kande Losar. So later on, and say 91 for become proper chief. So go to Mashimara, me into, and now to be go for go declare there. But the name, the Tonkla name, we come on a ruling family. When I 4 ruling family, we get the Tonkla, we get the Nes, we get the Bara, we get the Cope. I mean, so now 4 ruling now, but the Tonkla name, now they become out. So this name not just a nickname, a name we connected to a throne. So, but the daddy first get his name here, so we pass away, make it for inheritance, take him. So this is the name Tonkla. So yes, indeed, myself come after the war be done so bad, Kade Losar, they get for left just when the ceasefire, very much when the ceasefire, August, now like England, come. I come in the mid-20s, but I had a dream. Just like my daddy, I said, well, I need for challenge myself. So I set me dream for, I said, the next 10 years, I go transform myself, and that will force me to go to law school, enter law school, come out with LLB, from there, go do the MBA in oil and gas, finish them. Then I said, no, I haven't had enough yet. So I go do my LLM in crime and litigation. So I get expertise in criminal law, the English legal system, and I also get expertise in the management of oil and gas across the world, especially in Africa. So this is my background. And APC party, the one I didn't born me, but I officially registered in 2002 in London. And from there, support the party. And also the party give me a platform. And I'm also grateful for many allow me for aspire as I'm a potential flag bearer in 2017. And again, I'd also get intention for make a, in fact, I'd all the join the queue for contest for the next flag bearership. That I be dream. And I feel say I defy the moment where I will transform Sierra Leone, where I feel I go transform Sierra Leone that any other president that I country never before. That's my dream. That's my vision. To change that country image, change them completely. That's my dream, and that's my next target. Where I feel say I don't put up to God, and God is driving me through.
Okay, thank you very much, Alhaji Chief Tonkla. And ladies and gentlemen, please allow me continue for share. Like we will get the remarkable gentleman, Alhaji Chief Tonkla. I don't give a good background of himself. We don't see now person. He don't come out from all over, and look who I did like today. We take thank you. We'll get on the platform today. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, so allow we continue for share so that we get plenty people and we will able to hear from Chief Tonkla himself today. We'll get on the platform. And again, before I go further, I want to say next Saturday, now this same hot seats, we say Chief Tonkla Deso, the acting National Publicity Secretary of the APC party, when Mr. Tunis go there with we next Saturday, this same time, now this same platform here. So now watch out for that particular interview as well. Very, very interesting interview. The acting National Publicity Secretary of the APC party, Yaya Tunis, go there with we next Saturday at the same time at the platform. Please, so now watch out for that particular interview day. And again, tomorrow we'll get to that program. Obviously, this platform here, Saturday, Sunday, we get programming all the time. But we also urge you now to go on our YouTube page, on subscribe. Plenty of the interview we don't do the all day. In relation to this serialization of the APC flag bearer aspirants, we also we don't talk to Dr. Samuel Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Alhaji Petito Kouma, Honorable Kemo Sise, and at that same vendor today, so we can talk with Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura as well. So, Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura, this will interview the I will say we discuss later. It's going to be divided into 3 segments. The first segment will be about the APC party and your aspiration at the APC party. Then obviously we'll go for also look at this current administration, this the current SLPP government in terms of the economy, bread and butter issue, business and peace and security. So we'll look at this particular interview in 3 different segments today. But what I'll begin first, directly to this current administration. Plenty people
thank you.
Plenty people Chief Tonkla, na Sierra Leone they complain this bread and butter issue. Tintranga, work no day. We get graduates today. We go up and down the country, work no day. So many issues in terms of the bread and butter issue. Business no day. Many complain already. In fact, I didn't coin the word the grand dry. You know, indeed. And many people they take and say, now this not because we're not able to attract foreign investment to the country. So what you feel say this particular administration for able to attract foreign investment to that country today?
Thank you very much. In this question we is so Nigeria will get expertise in the MBA in oil and gas. What do and the models them are cover for Leo investors in our country, especially that a developing country like Sierra Leone. The first thing the government of President Bio do, then put the cart before the horse, and they started with the wrong footing. One important thing I say now call them the prerequisite to investment, stability, peace and stability. That's the greatest asset where any country will have to advance economically forget that one of the indicators, peace and stability. This is a thing where APC been nurtured for the past 10 years in governance. We come at a crossroad when we don't finish a civil war, talk about struggle for trying to stabilize the country and the economy. So we come with a battered, shattered economy. We come with a city we call, they say that the darkest city on earth, blackout. And investors never go to country. In fact, one thing where some people don't know, Sierra Leone was blacklisted. We can't be blacklisted. So when any country blacklisted, investors never go there because now a very dangerous and risky country, it can explode at any time. So what the APC do, the first thing the former President Nkrumah do is stabilize the country. It bridges. That will be very fundamental. It creates stability. What are the first indicators? Because if you have for count investment, you can forget stability. And not only stability, sustainable stability. For the sustainable. So that's the first thing that will be addressed. Control the country, create stability, make peace, reach out to all political parties. In fact, I remember the president, the first trip we went to Burkina Faso, he flew out to members of opposition. That was a message. As a message to the international community, say, I'm ready for business. So where you don't create stability, say the next 100 years are the count lights. He was addressing the key indicators for big investment, foreign investment. We'll get two types of investment. We'll get indigenous and domestic investment. They will get FDI, one of 40 investment. So what you do within 100 days, you count energy because energy is very important because that investor wants to count in factory, for count in tools them, for count up in the country we get sustainable energy. You count energy. Another thing we address peace, energy. The third one, now the road network because that investor want to drive from Freetown to Kailaon. He go incominously. You have to move in tools them from Freetown to Kono, road defined, no problem. Yeah, that's that already. Another thing we very fundamental, we help for your investments, if we tone down the hostility on tax system. The president give tax incentive, tax breakdown, because that's important. Because of this guy, look at Amazon, they don't pay tax. No, but if Amazon goes alone, they employ like 5,000-6,000 people there, that income tax, the developing country, the every country, they go pay tax, but at least they don't employ because now we are struggling with employment. So he addressed the area of the area of tax incentives. So he gave incentive, tax breaks for them company for many flourish. Because those say them company there, you go able to lure them when there are tax breaks, tax incentive, then come. And I tell you, 2012, according to IMF projection, Sierra Leone had the fastest growing economy in the world. The fastest, 42 point something, the fastest growing economy. So that's I will draw a correlation. I give you this roadmap. We could draw a correlation between then and now. Where that the name of the program, then and now. Okay, so looking at what Impact Nkrumah do, we'll get an influx of investors. So another thing we do have to point out is he talked to Toyibla. Say, please, I want to make it happen for rebrand Sierra Leone. Then come to the UK, to London. Now they host the first summit for investment summit. So that was a game changer. That was a game changer. I was there. So now they say, listen, we are not here to beg. We are here to lure investments. So Sierra Leone is trying for business. That message got home. Listen, invest in the camp. Losar, boom. The iron or the box side with the boom. The root side with the boom. Income in the camp, money, the country will flourish. In fact, I remember Losar. Sometimes if you go to Losar, you travel to Losar, you browse the way you go, they're around you. They were busy doing something. They pay them $1,000 a month. Some they pay them $5 million a month. You see, the country, the money with the flow. The country, the employment issue we have been addressed. So that's now one of the things that we will do. And so another thing we do as a government, we create this platform for internship where they be trouble picking, where they come on FBC on our college and invest them, where they can before they go they work as so they were giving opportunities for train them. That is very important. So we therefore grow the economy where we are attacked by this Ebola, where it was like in law column and a forced manure, the act of God, where it was beyond our control. So that just burst our economy entire. It just crushed the country. It caused lots of problems. So let me stop there. So now let's look at what's happening then. Now what's happening now? So let's look at the deliberate. It was a deliberate, orchestrated post-election violence. And what it?
Okay, Chief Tonkla, before you enter into that particular area, because that now the next segment we don't begin hit pass all the go pa. But what I will talk for us about the current fight against corruption. Because we know say this current administration, one of the key segments, one of the key flagship policy is the fight against corruption.
Correct.
But recently, we don't see the Auditor General report will come up from 2018 and the 2019 audit report as well. Say plenty money. The subsequent over 141 billion, the other one, this one are the latest one, over 170 billion. When they say it don't missing, cash we missing. And also we don't get recent revelation by the editor of the Africanist Press. We say within 2 years, the first lady in office, when a private office, don't receive over $3 million US. The chief minister in office as well over $3 million. Where, according to the Finance Act, the 2016 Public Finance Act na Salone, even the chief minister in office, or the first lady in office, there are processes and procedures in terms of procurement where they not be follow all lengthy and day. And many Sierra Leoneans don't begin discouraged by their own flagship policy when they carry it, when at this fight against corruption. What thing that you take in general in terms of this particular administration, the current fight against corruption?
The fight against corruption under this government, I give one word in a nutshell, not gimmick, not joke. It's a mere gimmick. Let me tell you why. The president campaigned on the platform of fighting corruption, closing the loopholes. This was very prevalent across the board. They say, I am going to close the loopholes, right? That was a joke. The first thing the president started to do, asset declaration was done in isolation. You cannot declare asset in isolation. No, publicly, my friend. Transparency, not translucent. You see, they are more translucent than transparent, right? You say you declare asset in isolation. No, publicly, if you are serious about fighting corruption, do it publicly. More know what you get, right? So now looking at even employing the current ACC boss, per law column procedures impropriety. They never follow the laid down rules for vet the current ACC boss. Yes, indeed, using power, executive power for making appoint him, but if you go through parliamentary scrutiny, he never did. And he never even meet the threshold because they say for past 10 years, you get 10 experience as an administrator, as a legal officer in your office. No, he was under that threshold, according to the facts I get. He was under that threshold. And he never faced parliamentary scrutiny exam for test in capability as ACC boss. He never did. So therefore, a position for me is the challenger. A position where it take, you don't go through the required lay down rules where they lay down parliament for go through parliament scrutiny. No, you don't do it. Okay, sir. So let's move out of that. So look at the evidence where the African press don't submit. It don't do the job easy for the ACC boss. But the guy, they spend more time for look after in here than fighting corruption. He spend more time for look after in Baba, in Afro, than fighting corruption. So SLP is for fighting corruption. How comes one person to withdraw $500,000 a day? Look at the traffic of corruption. It's unprecedented. It is. If this was APC, they slaughter we. If this was APC, we were slaughtered. Right? These guys, if what they pay me, they are so bold. They don't get no. They don't get no empathy. Say, and the worst thing, just after where they don't vandalize the economy, generally they put fuel price up. That's a joke. No, come on. That's painful, but it's like a provocation. When I don't vandalize the economy, billions of lives don't go missing, right? Then when I put fuel price up, you know that I mean? Okay, now listen, my church on the fuel price, because probably some people are waiting around the world, they don't understand what happened. For 10 years, APC, we hold that IMF, we hold that World Bank on subsidies. The fuel and food subsidies, listen, we don't negotiate at all because you see, one thing about we national chattels, what are called the mineral resources, you don't go say I will put money now super bad in the pocket. It's not possible. What I will do, I will create the platform, the environment for life make flourish. How they flourish? They give energy. They sell water. They get factory. They get welding company. They get you a company where they make blocks. Where they do sell. You get a lot of variety where they do when I give energy. That energy they need to come and perpetuate. That this that they tax them. This is the national resources where would they manage? Now they will take for create this kind of provision. So therefore, I don't get a platform for make grow. For anybody who wants energy, for get a business, when electricity, make it grow. Now, so they pull money and pull in pockets. So now look at the fear. If you, as the cap, they just budge to IMF pressure, they will throw the subsidy completely. And that automatically, because the subsidy, now like a cushion, where the cushion between the business system where the market fail and the populace. So if the government count with subsidy, now they mitigate the burden, make them not shift the pricing burden to the people. So this is where the government's coming. We came in with that policy. We held them down until we left power. We never would drop subsidies. And even the price, now that's why the rest in price don't go up, because there were subsidies where APC government will pay to business to make the right in price don't go up, may not escalate like I did now, right? So they wouldn't have the police subsidies. So that pain they go to the people there. APC don't like that. We stuck between the people there and the business them. We pay the subsidies for what we just keep release the burden on taxpayers, the burden on poor people there, make the rest no go out of control. Look at that. Now the food prices, they are skyrocketing. They skyrocket. They are skyrocketing because they've withdrawn the food and fuel subsidies. And anything about fuel, you get a lot of it with the church. Transportation, other business there. If you go take transport the business from Kailaung to Freetown, if they pay 200,000 for what you time out, if the fuel price go up, they go 400,000. So what happens to what you do? Instead they put the price up in the market. So therefore, what money they do in the market, that they go suffer. So that's why we thought it fit as a responsible party. Let's actually put in subsidy for control the price, for more mitigate the burden on we young people that wouldn't vote. We don't want to vote for we people across the country, because when subsidy, not only APC, but they enjoy the price, they cut across the country. So now government they put money in and put in pockets. So if you ask about corruption, listen, the funniest thing, they have to distract people. They say they take chair of banner court. Listen, they are chasing shadows. they fail completely because they cannot fight anything. One thing about fighting something about freedom of speech, you see, freedom of speech, you get two areas. They look at two areas. There are two tests: the public interest and national security, right? And you cannot fight something about freedom of speech in America. This guy's in America. Listen, the only case that is survive, that's alone. But any part of the world, say, this guy, what you do, it's part of freedom of speech. What you do, it do have that based on national interest, because he exposed, and the media, like the fourth estate, they have to do that as well. So if they say they take children in court, listen, they have to waste taxpayers' money, or they have to distract people and make play and buy commodity. But fighting children or African Express, listen, now white elephant project, white elephant. So if you talk about corruption, president in campaign on fighting corruption, a camouflage.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Alhaji Tonkla. And ladies and gentlemen, Chief Alhaji Tonkla is an aspirant for the position of flag bearer at the APC party. We will careful can talk on that one day, the final segment. But what we do now, so we look at what's in the happen in our country right now. You know, this bread and butter issue, we always getting for bring and this platform because it's very important. Now, critical issue. They say an empty bag cannot stand. You know, anything bread and butter, like for number one, the economy. Country able to forge ahead if the economy able to now. So it's very, very important to me at this platform for look after the interest of all Sierra Leoneans. We always focus with discussion by the bread and butter issue. The bread and butter issue now for be barometer where they measure any administration will take over governance in that country. But you also intertwine with the next segment of the discussion. So ladies and gentlemen, when we continue for share, please, yes. Good evening, Mr. Devin Thomas and Dolly Trawali and Ramza Ali, Abdullah K, Shoaib Jallo, and so many others. Now all welcome and when I comment and welcome now this particular platform. Like I say, this platform now for all Sierra Leoneans. And again, at the town next Saturday, this same time, 8 p.m. Now this particular platform here, so we'll get the national publicity, the acting national publicity secretary for the APC party. When I see the here at Tunis, go there with me now this platform. So now watch out for that particular program there. And again, I want to continue for subscribe to our YouTube platform because we get plenty videos in the where we don't interview so many personalities then. Today we get Chief Tonkla here, so when an aspiring APC flag bearer candidate, but we don't talk to other one in back as well. Dr. Samuel Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Almami Petito Koma, Honorable Kemosise, and so on and so forth. So the discussion is going. Everybody, one thing for so while people understand is democracy, everybody get the right. Everybody, as far as you meet the criteria set by any institution where you belong, get the right for say, yes, me say one aspire for the highest office. Because everybody, all man gets your own ideas. All man gets in thinking of where I want to do for make sure say in turn the country around. So that should be welcomed by any political party where it gets plenty people who aspire for top job, for the toughest job in the country. It should be welcome. That they show say, yes, democracy they per work. That is show say that party they ready for democratize. But if you give muscle people, they say no, now one person no more, now two person more for contest or whatever, that should be muscle democracy. And democracy they will flourish in that situation indeed. So it's very important, make welcome people them, where gets the intention, where gets the ideas them, for make sure say they fight for the toughest office in the land. As far as them meet the criteria, they're all welcome. So again, Chief Tonkla, yes, one other aspect of this, where Mickey always talk about the bread and butter issue, I can also want to bring the issue about peace and security. One thing, you can say anything about the previous administration of former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, but one thing factual about him is, during the administration, during his tenure in office, Sierra Leone was rated as one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. Now we come together today. Every day we get sonko. Yesterday we say some people come out and let's say some people come na SLPP party office, go na Belgium, go attack some trader them, loot some property them. This morning let's say and go burn one party store them. Every day we issue back na Hastings, na Joe, or every day sonko. And how you feel say this go able to encourage people, businessmen for Canada country, the sonko business, the peace and security business, is it very vital in terms of development in that country?
One way I mean, first register where I talk to you, I tell you the greatest asset of any country where the first for try to establish for make it grow. Because one thing now we missing as a growth. We are not growing as a country. And we're not growing as a country. These are based on key factors, but the main factor on our government policy. The government is hostile. The policy of government is hostile, not only to investors, but even to other political parties. How you say you are a government responsible, you call the biggest political party as a terrorist organization. That set was outrageous. I condemn 100%. That was the most outrageous segment that anybody can do, right? So if you have actually serious for addressing bread and butter issues, you cannot do it on your own. And you can't do it in isolation. You get for cut across boundaries. You get for call everybody, all stakeholders, because Sierra Leone is a multi-party democracy, not a one-party state. Now, multi-party democracy, so therefore, you get for actually, slam that platform, because the country founding principle is what? Unity, freedom, and justice, right? So the amount of freedom where they don't stifle. The way people they're terrified for even going to right now. Look what happened this January. People these are domestic investors there. People wouldn't get money in the bank. They're going to bank for take money. And they get the money and go take 20 million, 30 million. They say only allow for take 1 million. If we as investors in our country would afraid for invest in our country, so what about foreign investment? So listen, for the purpose of this interview, make I tell people across the way who they follow me, who they follow me. They say government not to create jobs as private sector. Government is just to create few jobs. But at the private sector, now they create jobs. So therefore, government policy for be cordial towards private investment. Therefore, get tax breaks, tax incentive. They get a platform where they lure foreign investment for medical actually because they get money. Like the example, Shell company, Shell, this petroleum company. They are rich. Sometimes you put like 10 or 20 countries in Africa, their money they get, it pass a country. Just one company, Shell or BP, the money they get. If you put like 10, 20 countries in Africa, the budget, Shell money pass down it. So listen, this guy now they move the wall. These investors now they move the wall. So how we call it? And one say back say, the country it get something called like a scar. Anytime you mention Sierra Leone, they say, oh, that country will get a civil war, that country will get Ebola. So if you have to compete with Guinea, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Senegal, you get for actually position yourself in the marketplace where it go different what they do that all the country will compete because you are compete country where Guinea don't get entrenched stability for a while. So, okay, Ivory Coast they get a civil war, Liberia as well. But at least Ivory Coast is doing more better than us. Senegal don't get an entrenched peace for quite a while. So if one compete them, we get for do something where it will be different to what they do. So therefore, we will go for Leo investment in inside. But how you say you have investment, they target the other political parties. They entrap the members, they imprison them, they go to maximum prison. They go cause massacre. And then these photos they are going around the world. Look what happened at Makeni. What happened at Makeni was a disaster. Poor people there. They were shot broad light. And those photos were going across the world. And one thing for the men, listen, we'll get FBI's, CIA's, and other agencies who they watch. These guys, they are seeing images. And we'll get standard posts. Then company there, like where you are going to take credit. They say, okay, I want to take credit card. They do a background check about me for see if I'm qualified for that card. So this is how they are checking countries. If any investor I'm going to salon, they call standard posts or all their credit agencies, they call IMF World Bank. Say, I'm going to salon or I'm going to invest there. How is that country? That country ready for business? They say, come on, that country volatile. It can exploit at any time. Because the policy, the way the government came out, the way they vandalized national cohesion, right? The way they vandalized them, people are scared. Even domestically, for people, they go, they are going to invest. They're afraid. They say, we'll do it for next government. They're afraid, right? And again, what you do, look at this project, this airport project. They cancel them. The Losab mining contract. They cancel them. These are binding contracts. These are contracts signed by serious government. They are binding contracts. If you as a government, you say these terms and conditions where this government signed, I don't like them, renegotiate the terms. Call by the company, say, listen, I don't like these terms. Can we have another negotiation? Right? Make the example. When London Mining came, the corporate social responsibility in Losab, it was very poor. It was I will follow that case. What did the president do? He don't say nobody Pakuruba. Now he say go Losab. He went there to the company. He said to them, say, listen, we're not going to increase on our corporate social responsibility, benefit to the people there. We're not going to increase the royalties, benefit to the people there. They did. You know, cancel the contract. Kaba signed this contract. Now you can take it. Who can you know say the council more? Because you know say you know go even forgive all my job because the private sector they give jobs. So what you do, you negotiate with London Mining and say, when I increase the payment of corporate social responsibility to people and the employment for employed people, they did. No This is common sense. This is common sense when they call it leadership, now common sense. Not to say, oh, being a president, being a minister. Common sense. And common sense, man, I don't like you, now gift from God. Now God in gift. Common sense, now God in gift. So, and common sense is lucky by this government. Completely. Because they do things there where they are stunning. They look, this is extraordinary. It is what they do. They happen beyond. Come on, what did they go on? What did happen? Is this a government? I don't just criticizing them. Look at the free education. Look at the free education. Free education. In fact, let me, for the records, I was the first person, 2017, when they interview Concourse time, he did in the archives, when they check up. I was the first person who took about free education. Where Pabio area, night take up. But what I don't do, I don't tell them how they fund them. Because when we get policy, I did cost them. I didn't know how to fund them. I didn't know who side they put the money. They don't know. What they do, they say, let them contribute for fund the free education. That was the beginning of the end of free education. Because you cannot do free education, it's not centered by teachers. The free education must be centered by teachers. If for make sure the welfare of teachers has to be priority. Increase their salary, give them the proper welfare, give them medical, give them all this way. We're going to encourage them. Because you know why? Some of the teachers there, how much they pay them? Probably 1,500,000, 2 million principals, right? So what they do, they go cheat, they pull their way where they get money, and they host them. They are paying probably 4 million a month. So they focus more for doing private tutorial than teaching at school, because they are making more money for minister and picking them or people who get money in the house than what
I just want to interject in terms of that free education there.
Yes, sir.
And the government on side, the SLPP government will say everything it starts with baby steps. The idea of the free education is good. That everything not just work one time. Then don't start time. Eventually, what they talk so they go reach at time. But when you begin and force, there are gonna be hips and bumps on the way. But then believe say going forward, eventually they go reach to that level where it will be free and quality education. What you say?
Well, hold there. You see, when it is a project, this project is gargantua, a huge project, and a national project. You know, we do it in isolation. If we got key stakeholders on board, if me what to be first before don't do, I for do a commission. I for inquire the entire country how many schools will get. I get the data. How many schools will get? How many teachers will get? They are trained teachers. How many teachers will get? Understand it? One thing where President Bio misunderstood. You know, put a time when it implement this project here. You know, put a time. You just say free education. You don't say at the quarter maybe first year or second or third year. You know, say that, right? So if you get a room for maneuver, we say, okay, now I don't say we don't get money for fund this project here. I suspend them. I look for funding and try to see how we need for fund them. Then how you go do? Now I will call them a pilot scheme. May start at a nursery or primary school. May start there. Then look at how it roll them out. But the program was rushed. It was barely funded, barely rushed, barely implemented. Right? Pilot scheme started at primary school. Say our free education, they establish a primary school. Right? We don't succeed. So okay, this it work. So you go secondary school. Now so you go. But the first important thing, this now flagship policy, not just policy. That flagship policy where it must implement, it must succeed. Right? What you first want to do? Identify funding. We said they put money for funder. But the day we launched it was even begging for the ambassadors for donates. That was embarrassing. Policy, when I French policy, identify source of funding. If they make money, they say they even tax MP there for pay. No. If that French policy, automatically, if we don't identify, okay, this policy, I have a funder. At the moment, be one of the policy why I pursue key policy when I mental health. I don't get source. In fact, I don't get the team in London where then we don't know source how to fund them, right? In fact, now it will be funded not even by taxpayers. This is a project where mental health, now a crisis as a way we not address. So me, they take them on, and they take them and go address them. And I don't identify funding already. How to fund them, and we don't cost them, and it's already endorsed, right? So that way, if all things goes so well, I'll lead the party for the next election. And one thing what I promised tonight, everyone will follow this program. Me and President Bill, we don't go second round. The first attempt at the midterm clean. The first election, we don't go second round. We say second round. The first attempt at the midterm, the pull and pass straight, and it clean. That's me go promise. And if I don't do but you don't say Tonkla, well, anything to talk about, how do I believe you? Me first election, it come out. But say we go second round, not second round, because you go see the margin, it big that that's no way we go cheat. So now that the free education was badly planned, badly implemented, with all sorts of funding, way sustainable. So that was the problem. So when I say, well, the thing get hurdles. No, it's not about hurdles. It was badly planned and badly implemented. That's the point. And you get instead you get expertise, you get technocrats with the implementer. If you don't see them, you call NGOs, you call the parents, you call teachers, you call all the stakeholders where they connect to education. When I sit down, let's have a conversation, let's have a national dialogue. You call all political parties as well, right? Because when you do that, we will know the problem, the way they face educationally. There are some schools, they are dilapidated. There are some schools, they're small for the community. You got to expand them, right? There are certain schools.
Yes, sir. Because of time, and ladies and gentlemen, I'll continue for share. Very, very interesting conversation. What they get from Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura is very important. Make we continue for share so that plenty Sierra Leoneans will witness this particular discussion. Chief Tonkla, I want to move to the next segment of this particular interview. And that's about you as a potential flag bearer aspirant for the APC party come 2023, although you know, get your final declaration yet. But going forward, many people then go ask, why make Chief Tonkla want the APC party for make him flag bearer for the coming 2023 election? And what Chief Tonkla don't do within the APC party, because Chief Tonkla is a member of one of the biggest and strongest diaspora branch of the party in the United Kingdom. So what Chief Tonkla don't do within MVCs and within the APC party at large, where make if he say the party for bestow upon that honor day for choose them as the flag bearer come 2023. What do you say?
Okay, thank you very much. There are lots of reasons where the party will make us a flag bearer. One of them are very easy for market. One thing at the moment we miss na salon, we will restore immediately na confidence and national cohesion. It was not a mistake. Women that go bomb and Mendeline. Even though people say, oh, well, Mendeline, the East and South province, we know they get enough votes there. It's not about only votes. It's about trust, confidence. Because people in the Southeast, especially Kenya and Nongowa, so they born me, they were happy for seeing me at the hem. Say, that in our Peking. The people in the Northwest, they were happy for seeing me at the hem. They say, that in our Peking. So I'm in the middle. Confidence, trust, peace, stability. Automatically, I build bridges. Because that's where the name comes in, Tonkla. Tonkla in the Southeast and Northwest. That's no joke. So that's why APC should think about me. Say, this is our answer for 2023. As I say, I took them just minutes ago, I took them back, say, me and President Bio, it's not about overconfidence. We need to go second round at the beat and first round, clean. Because the margin of votes what they get, right? In fact, Usame into the battle first at the Southeast, and now do the first man to now do the battle, now they will share the votes and they force to share votes. Because me at probably the party say, I will pull votes that Kelema Tongo, Kaila, Bajibu, Segbema, Kaila, Kono, where probably no other aspect of Apula. That's me, I'll guarantee you. Because there are people, they are just waiting on the fridges. When they say Tonkla, once he face now the symbol. More just see face with the calm like bees. I'm all even today I call Kenema, the communicative fast. They just ask me face because some there, what me that don't do for them, that part of the world, the country, they have to reward me. They say, if today I get money, if today I go school, if today I for as a person like that, so one for reward you, one pay you. Like there are people way deep inside Tongo, Pagumba, Segbema, they're just wait when they see me face at the symbol. They say this is Tonkla, then the rest will be history. And I guarantee the party say, me and Pab, you will need to go second round. Because the margin of winning, it will be huge that that's not going to say, oh, no, second round, my friend. No, because there's no money for that. With first round, settle them, move on as a country, we try create common growth. Because one thing why I always emphasize in our growth, because if you get policy, you get policy them, like a business plan. If you get a business plan, you as a business, you don't get money, how are you going to implement that? So just like policy them. Policy, if you get money, but what you got money, now for the investment. Investment. When the client send account money, the account employment, you get money, then you go for implement the policy then. But if you get policy there, like a cloud, if there's a cloud up there, there's no rain.
I just want to interject at this point quickly.
Yes, sir.
Your background don't show say yes, you know, bridging candidates from
Absolutely.
the southeast and the northwest,
Absolutely.
which I feel say many people will welcome. But again, they want to still emphasize on the point that waiting Chief Tonkla don't do as an APC party member, not the APC.
Thank you.
Particularly, or maybe generally in the APC, or maybe APC will get confidence in them, say, yes, this person, not team player, not this, you don't do that, so you don't contribute, and we'll get trust in them, we'll get confidence in them, say, given the opportunity, it will even do more.
Okay. Now, one thing I have to say, is very important in politics and trust. The support the party is unwavering. I never fluttered. Right. In fact, when they give the symbol to Dr. Samura, he will tell you, say, I was the first person who congratulated him, and I was the first person who invited in the office for tell and say, work together as a team for the party win next elections. So that don't tell you, say, I don't hold grudges. I believe say power now God give. So I also look forward to say, if they give me the symbol, some of those leaders, those members will reciprocate. Right? Power now God and give will just do effort. And I pray to God, may God give me power with in blessing. May God bless me with the power. Because when God bless you with the power, you will see how you make history. And if it's for say, why make APC for believe me, why make APC for trust me, for give me the symbol, when there were hostility in Sierra Leone, when there were unrest in Sierra Leone, in the UK, I took the lead with all other comments there for fight or defend the party. I know what to do behind closed doors. I'm not going to say anything because I also say that because of data protection. We fought. If today there's peace in Sierra Leone, if today there's stability in Sierra Leone, my name in there that the DNA of that fight. Not one that teamwork, but I did what you have to do. You see politics, now jigsaw puzzle. Now jigsaw puzzle. All money being mixed. Somebody they finance the party, somebody they do the groundwork for a bad party move because now like a roller coaster. Not to one till the push up, right? Everybody make the count your bits, count your ideas, count your money, count your fight. We'll get different way for support to party. And I think for me, I'm satisfied with what I don't do for the past couple of years for the party. The party they host conferences in America, I'm going there. The local convention as alone, even the council, I'm going. I bought tickets. I go support the party. The party they make by election. Will they give money for support the party? The party they go through parents who comments they put in prison. Will they sell money? Right? I'm offering scholarships. And even people who want to understand one day, right? Now, currently, I didn't really develop train some youth there, about 30 something of them ask me, help for my play from crime, many play from football. Make us tap into the talent. We call them Tonkla Warriors.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Tonkla. But again, in that particular aspect where you talk so, it's very important to make I bring this comment again because somebody comment that same thing. They say, our Chief Tonkla we're based in the United Kingdom, not in a salon. So I go able for make sure say the party you the fed for this flag bearership when it can come up in any months now. Who's I get for day doing this whole campaign thing? Are you planning to go back to Sierra Leone for what's now your projection going forward from now in terms of your political career?
I was born in Sierra Leone, and that country comes first to me at any time. So anyone will worry say Tonkla I not see them. I'm fighting for the party on my own way, right? If God say the same when I get them and demon knows I may get them, I go in power, I'll be in Sierra Leone shortly. I go in power, right? Power anytime they follow you. I like these are old. We don't see people in that prison. Power follow like they. We don't see people in that exile. Power follow like they. Right? So everybody who's nervous about Tonkla being in London, tell them to calm down. I'm going back home. I go in power.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Tonkla. That's a quick and solid response. Again, thank you very much for you say let's response the way you don't give. But again, in the aspect of the APC party, you don't see the APC party they get an injunction recently where they may do an out-of-court settlement with the NRM. As they don't settle down anymore, now a new group again don't come, bring another new case again, and they don't injunct the APC party again. So the party seems to be buffering from zone to zone and so many challenges. Going forward, you as a key stakeholder of the party, what do you feel say the party for do for address all the issues there so they will be better prepared going forward for the 2023 presidential elections?
One thing I assure everyone across the world, APC, by God on power, would win the next election. Clean. Right? If people are alone, they get opportunity for fast track matter being government, they fast track to make come out. It's like every 1 week, 2 weeks. If they get a power for fast track the government, look what's happening in Belgium market. In fact, on that point, I just send me thought and prayers to my brothers and sisters and way they suffer, where they destroy them, they business them out of jealous, out of malice, out of mendacious propaganda. These are foreigners. These are self-employees. Look what's happening. The dollar, you know, the majority of the money with the dollar, they are APC supporters. Then stop them. This say they that. But nobody will beg you. These are self-employees. They say not going to be self-employed. We are feeding the economy. You see the economy, not to all of them massive companies feed the economy. Now these small business enterprises, now they pay tax, they sustain the economy. These are the grassroots of the economy. Now the whole economy. They're small, medium enterprises there. Now they pay tax, they feed the economy. So if we try for destroy them, we are this like a self-inflicted injury. We should encourage them, give them opportunities, make them grow. These guys, they're spending time on the sun, they're spending time on the rain, when they sell, get and put on their mouth. They don't really contract now. Like tonight, people they cry and host them because there's no school fees. There's no money for dinner table. There's no money for medical because these are the breadwinners of their house there. This was he paid me. I was pleading in my heart. These are not the foreigners them. They are Sierra Leoneans them. Why would we treat yourself so? When are we going to stop killing each other? When are we going to stop hurting each other? When are we going to stop? See, this is the chain we have to cut. That chain of hate, that chain of entrenched animosity, that chain of resentment for stopper, and that chain of malice for stopper. We try to put a break on that.
Okay, Chief Tonkla, thank you very much for that silent response. But while I'll just go back, the issue was about the APC party. Recently, they don't conclude one injunction where they don't get out of court settlements. Now, new party don't sue them again. They don't get another injunction again. And the party, there seems to be buffer from point to point, many infighting, many issues.
Okay.
The party,
yes, I see.
Going forward, for many people prepare themselves thoroughly, because don't get me wrong, the election 2020 is going to be a formidable challenge.
Absolutely.
So the party going to need for able to prepare themselves. What did the party for do? For me to put themselves in a better position going forward.
Okay. Well, may I tell you something? Let's look across the world. You see, soft or harsh civil war within a party, not unusual. Maybe a classic example in the UK, when JB come in, when they pull up, currently they get a soft civil war within the Labour Party. The same time the Conservative, they get soft civil war. This thing happen. It depends how the manager. Look at what happened in America. Where Trump, where I call a rattle Trump. They got a soft civil war. They get confrontation, but not just open. Okay, this is normal. At injunction, you see, while we go now Poloko by the convention last year, I was given a platform for talk. What I recommend, because while I study law, I study media law, I know what's an injunction. Injunction is not good. And an incumbent in power, it will use against you as a sword, right? So what I recommend, I say, let's negotiate. No negotiate. And when negotiate, you go meet in the middle, right? Not to all you on terms, right? You go meet in the middle. Now, we don't see of NRM the injunction. This another one come back, right? I don't see yes, it's challenging. It costly, now money for when I cost for pay lawyers. I know that. Understand it? But let's look at the fact of the case, what come up, right? And see how we sit down in a round table, not going to negotiate. If there's any local standard, if there are any grounds for the injunction, not negotiate, let's negotiate. But if there are no grounds for me to negotiate, right? Not going to challenge them. Not going to challenge the injunction. But if there are any grounds, whether persuasive grounds say yes, if we negotiate as a party, let's negotiate with the same cost. Let's use alternative dispute resolution. Or put the case at court to sit down, negotiate, and tell and say, one message what they say, very important made. People are very, very angry in Sierra Leone. People are very traumatized. People are very, very traumatized. People have get pain as alone. Don't look at APC party as just a party. People want respite. They want freedom. They want freedom. So people they're not interested about politics. They just want that peace and stability. Make them go about the business then. So bringing in an APC party that is 100% assurance say peace will be restored as alone. Now that picture, we look at that picture. Not to APC party, if you get grievances against somebody don't hurt you. Let's put aside national interest. Make go better than our heart, national interest. If we look at APC, we say, oh, APC, they hurt we and do with this, we'll get animosity. Listen, we are hurting ourselves because we give a platform or a room for make this current government try for win the next election. We're not possible. So what you mean by advice? Let's try and set the doors. Let's more just damp down with temperament there. They'll calm down, more negotiate. Because politics, I agree to disagree. That's politics. I agree to disagree. More negotiate, more talk out of court. If there are any strong grounds, say yes, indeed there are grounds, more negotiate, make peace, because it's a leadership, get for beer. Leadership as a leader. And
like just that point say for negotiate, people some people and party supporters they try for say now say we don't negotiate once. As we don't have negotiation anymore, other person don't come back. So what you go guarantee you say once you negotiate with this person again, other person will go grab back. And that will just put the party more constantly go on a many go round, on a many go negotiation after negotiation.
Yes. Well, again, if you negotiate, the issue will procrastinate. So you go win. If you negotiate, the issue will procrastinate. So they will stand. We will stand as a party. We cannot be slapped.
Let the court go past the verdict. Once the court pass the verdict, there is a precedent form. So that thing I don't know, say, okay, this particular case, so they don't say this case now, so this case end. So anybody they can now for bring come another case again on that regard, they go no say there's something already set. So it go easy.
But what about the issue of procrastinating case? Okay, if you go to court, forgot address and injunction, because okay, the case are the postpone at the adjourn the case for the next 6 months. What you go do? What you go do? The judge will say at the adjourn this case for the next 6 months or 1 year. What you go do? Is that the wisdom?
Is the question for the APC party. But
that's why this is why I told you a leader. Listen, a leader. I not say we cannot actually try to attract every Jack and Jubilee camp, but there's no way APC is going to be shrouded by injunction. This now storm where it will die down. I believe we pray. We are talk to people. We pray, right? It will die down. Listen, I tell you something. I say all the political parties they want to come in power, they get an arrest. You know, easily we lost election, we will not get arrested. Not possible. Look at all the governments across the world. Listen, it happened in the UK. Yeah, just recently. Corbyn. In fact, Corbyn, they expel him from the party. He want to be a leader. They expel him. They pull him. Look, Trump. They fight. This is normal in politics. That's why we call it leadership. You see, when we do my MBA, one lecturer tell me,
but you talk like again. Before you go further, I just want to ask this critical question for put her into the mix. Why do you think the APC party get all them problem there? Why?
Well, not only the APC party. SFP the fight, it hurts the party.
But just on APC party, I know some party get their own problem.
Yeah, but I just told you. I'm just
talking about APC party too.
Yes, and when a party lost election or then cheated by election, they unravel. They come. They must get a civil war, either soft or harsh. In fact, some party they are throwing blows. They fight. They serious fights. Look at what happened for when Tobacco got power. They fight between the SFP. It did say last minute today, not so, but they manage them. Then they massage them. They massage. They fight. They massage. Then they do a bit structure. They come for fight television. But one thing where I want people to know, people want to see the back of this government. So people are not for get that mindset of egocentric, cynicism, self-centeredness. They will think about national interest, about not the party they hurt to. They are hurting the country because people have to see the back of the country. So the earlier the PPC for Moku govern themselves and fight election, the better for the country. People have to move on. People are not tired. People are tired. People are fed up. So if we not get that message, please, I will advise anybody across the world, let's have that message. Say, people are fed up with this government. People have for stability and peace, and not only they want sustainable peace and growth. And growth, because there's no growth. Our country, our economy is stagnated severely. In fact, we are in double deep recession. Look at them boys the way they attend to ambulance when they call them MEMS. They are not being paid. This the whole healthcare. That the transport patients, ambulance, medical tools them across the country. They are not being paid. or fully paid, right? This will not happen at other APC. It not ever happen. It not happen. No, at least these people are getting their paid at the 24th month of the month and get a salary. The military officers, they get arrested. The police officers, they get their food. But people are fed up. So let people know, say, when taking APC to court by injunction, they are not just hurt SAP, they hurt the country because people have to see the back of this government. And that's for no, right? Injunction is dangerous. Because why is dangerous? Now a shield and a sword. Now a shield and a sword. A shield in the sense, a party within a power where they messed up so, now they take for cover themselves. A sword, they go to court to do. So therefore, now that's why for MEC we step back, we calm down, and put the party interest first and the country interest first because it's very important. It's not about me. I talk very clear. Talk about that. Talk about tomorrow. Talk about anytime. See anybody when they get CBOL, APC, and the supporter. Anybody, I have no precondition. I know say I have all the qualities for being a good leader, but God give power. When God in time will lie and like a flag up in the gear. Simple. Power now God give. I know say we put the effort, but when God in time will show to will lie, they get a made. Understand it? So I just put our effort and ask God, may God crown you. We God ordain you. Listen, I like the spin go around the gear. Simple, easy. And I promise you tonight, I promise the country, I promise the government, I promise the party, say me and President Bill, me versus President Bill, the next election, at the beat of first round. We're not going to go around. Like God in power.
Well, Mr. Chief Tonkla, thank you very much again for that responding. And like what I said, the people will be the judge. I mean, we now so they bring cabinet guests, so they give them discussion there, and we know they watch the program. We now go be the judge and what we think of this. All the candidates we don't talk to. Going forward, Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura, the APC party get a serious tax for bringing themselves together and subsequently choose a flag bearer. But what do you go tell the people in the saloon? Say, if you become a flag bearer of the APC party and subsequently win the 2023 election, what you go do for turn around the difficult situation the country face right now?
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. This I think in fact it's a key question, all the question that tonight, and I will give you a delicious answer. Looking at the trajectory of the past 60 years, we get a gender imbalance, right? The gender imbalance. It contributes to we set back at the moment. I will tell you why. And you see, women get potentials. And at the promise here tonight, say if the party makes us a flag bearer of Congress, I will next election, I go restore a 50% fair share across the board. Or make sure the women get 50% position at cabinet, 50%, not to 30 or 20, now 50%. Why 50%? President Nkrumah deal with 30%. So if we put 20% on top, 50%, that's not bad. It's not to say, I didn't say long as 60-40. 60 women, 40 men, 50-50. Let's have a 50-50 share. Most set up platform for next 60 years, most years will grow. Right?
But people that will say, them position of your cabinets, your governments for be about merit. If you not get
listen, you cannot tell me men merited that person didn't get, the women don't get a merit today.
No, I'm not saying that. What they say, people will say
if we are qualified to hold this position, so as women, listen, this is not about having a civil war about this. If we are qualified to hold this position, so why don't we try women? There are women where they are even overqualified for getting this position. They are overqualified. Why are you talking about men? They are overqualified. So let's try them. Let's say 50% share of cabinet position for women. And I talk this in honoring the Women International Day, which is Monday. 50% share for women. How about that?
That is great. Mrs. I'm glad I go let for say country like that. Because I always believe say country where they treat a woman well, now country where they prosper.
God bless what I say.
Them where they treat a woman well, if you watch around the world, then country they always prosper.
God bless you. Very important for my point. This is a vision where at the big old party, there are 50% women, they are more good there. Let's try it. See what you can deliver.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief Tonkla. Again, I mean, That's not one of your policy, then where you say, obviously, that absolute equality between
flashy policy. Yes.
Which is I think a fantastic policy, and now you're going to do them. That is up to you and your party.
Yes.
But going forward again, in terms of this APC party,
yes, sir,
where you have flag bearer aspirant for, going right now, you believe say the system what the party put in place, you are happy with everything that the party don't put in place for make sure say they get a free, fair battle for gets the next flag bearer aspirant candidate where you flag bearer candidates where you now part of, you believe the system say everything there in place so that in case you win or you not win or you know say anybody will win, now the rightful person that was supposed to win according to the vote then. You believe the system everything?
Well, you see, there's no perfect democracy across the world. Even America, they get a shortcomings. There's no perfect democracy at all. There's no even perfect elections. You must get shortcomings. I believe say everything is perfect. Perfect in politics. There's room for errors. Understand? There's room for errors. And what I would say, we look at the way SNP behave, where they invade the most sacred out that's here at the parliament. They went there, they beat honorable, not to fake, honorable members of parliament, honorable, the word, the adjective honorable members of parliament. They vandalize the highest principle of democracy. Parliament now is sacred chamber. Not so many go inside it. Now a sacred chamber. Then go there, then vandalize, then molest MPs, then pull them out, right? They use the court against we, petition on MP them unfairly, pull in a court, pull in a parliament, right? That is anti-democracy. It's anti-democracy, right? So that it not go down well internationally. People were angry. This young president, it never happened. And so we cannot campaign for the promotion of democratic principle and rule of law.
Chief Tom, let me just interject quickly.
Yes, sir.
People are outside the platform say, why make APC get so many candidates then? Why the candidates just come together and pick one candidate so that we go in a better position, more strength, and not get boku drop power and say, what do you say to them?
No, well, if you don't get the answer, say the party is lucrative. You see the APC party, you feel like mango. You know, rep mango. When they pass, you see rep mango, you're angry. You don't have to pick later. APC party attractive. APC party na a common political party. Na party where industrials and a party where say they get opportunity. The number no matter. Now one leader now get one leader, right? This not only even America happen then try and pull and get a leader. Even the UK are a lot come out, but now one in peak, right? I will come out to 100. Now one leader. That's in it because that's why we'll get the procedure, the policies, procedures who they follow for elected leaders, then, right? So nobody gets jittery or a bit get disturbed about having a lot of candidates. That just tells you the party get potential leaders. We get a reservoir of leaders. We get a reservoir of talent. Where anybody will drive the party forward. So that's the answer. And you don't tell them say the party get talent, right? Let's draw comparison. From the Magais to Pakaba, right? Sheikh Stephen to Pakuruma. More draw comparison. There's nothing where you go galvanize about SNPP. Sierra Leone was built by APC. It was. So I just tell you, the party get leaders. We have leaders by the party. So if we plenty, they will come out, right? If we are limited by leaders, they didn't come out. But when we have a reservoir of talent, a reservoir of leaders, we are coming out for put to case across the party can take forward.
Okay, thank you very much again, Chief Tunkla. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you, say next Saturday, 8 p.m. at this same platform with this program Inside Salon today, we will get the acting National Publicity Secretary of the APC party when Sidi Yaya Tunis go there with me on this platform. So please now watch out for that particular date today. But again, tomorrow we'll get program again on this platform, 9 p.m. And so many other programs again for come up on this platform. Now always watch out for the Then and Now Media Empire. We urge you as well, follow us, subscribe to our YouTube platform. Because all the interviews that will get so they all day on our YouTube page. Now we'll see all the interviews and you will also realize the potential flag bearer aspirants for the APC party from Dr. Samora Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Almami Petito Koroma, Le Abubakar Kaloko, then Honorable Kemo Sise. So all them people, all the interviews, all day, and we get thousands of interviews. Them. One time when I say this particular platform, the Then and Now Media Empire, last year, the last 2020, we done so. Within the last 2 months, we get over 100,000 views. So we interviews them, we video, they go far and wide. Plenty Sierra Leoneans. We get interviewed now, we get nearly 40,000 views. So that they show you saying that so plenty people when they watch our interview there. So now go on our YouTube page, now subscribe. Very, very interesting interview them. The likes of Ade Macaulay. It was a very opening interview. And even Cherno about the Africanist person, we don't interview now as well. Your interview as well will be very, very remarkable. And recently, we will do another interview with Ojukutu Macaulay, when I be the predecessor for Umaru Fofana at the BBC. Now I'm the report for BBC in a salon. Very, very interesting interviews. So please, do not go on our YouTube page, do not subscribe. No, watch all them interviews, very interesting. Even me myself, most of the time I go back for watching interview. And like I say no more, one time, thank you plenty again. When comment you all highly welcome. You know, and the trajectory continues now this particular platform. Then see how they do so. We get for obviously every Saturday we bring down to key stakeholders them where they can talk about things the way they happen in our country. So very important. Now stay tuned and now we watch for subsequent program the way they come because they quite say on the program them plenty where they come. Chief Tonkla, one of the perennial problem where Salone gets as we round up now the fight against corruption. What you go do if you become the president? If APC make you flag bearer and subsequently you win the 2023 election and become the president of Sierra Leone, what you go do for tackle corruption in our country?
Thank you very much. This is another key question, Akiak. So, you see, you will fight corruption from the source. From the source. What I would say, if they pay police officer 1 million leons, they sell a bag of rice about 400,000 leons. You get other bits, they will pay medical school fees when picking 1 million leons to police officer. Then you make me corrupt. You are joking. It's not possible. It's unlikely you will be corrupt because you are paying 1 million. A bag of rice at 350,000. Pull up from 1 million for 1 month. Then the police officer, therefore travel for go doing job. They go pay in picking school fees, right? Or in picking university. Look at school fees about nearly 5 million, right? You go for eat every day for 1 million. A police officer, they may be corrupt. It's not going to work. Let's be realistic here. You see, more will not get unrealistic expectation. Let's be realistic. Let's have a national debate about this issue. Corruption for feta. Not only go and people put the bang them up. Look at why they are corrupt.
And Chief Tonka, I just want to contribute, interject quickly for this. I really like this to respond. Because me also always know say one of the root cause of corruption that is poor wages.
Exactly. That's a key problem.
Think about it.
That's a key problem.
Exactly.
Look at inflation. Look at how they go. And see, you cannot just say this police officer, I'm not condoning corruption at all. I'm not. No, me. I don't say I'm not straightforward, right? I'm not condoning corruption, but I have to be realistic as a leader. Man, look at the source of corruption. They teachers them. How much should they pay them? That money will pay them. Is it sustainable for them and a family? Is it enough for them? Whilst we are paying ministers and others, I imagine there are people that are paying 20 million. They were taught by teachers. They are paid them 20 or 30, 40 million. They were paid by teachers. JJ Blood, they paid nearly 80 million. He was taught by teacher. They would pay that teacher 2 million, 1 million, 1 million. Where's the wisdom behind that? Where's the wisdom? If they pay teacher 2 million leos, then you pay that person with 80 million leos. They expect a medicine, corrupt. It's not possible. Are we joking? Are we kidding? No. Let's start address this basic issues. Listen, let's go back to the drawing board. Most serious things are wrong. That's why I named the campaign at the rebirth of Sierra Leone, because the rebirth of Sierra Leone is anchored on women. The rebirth of Sierra Leone. We are going back to the drawing board. We commission, we investigate what have we done wrong for the past 60 years. More learn from then what we will do when they will happen again for the next 60 years, because we have to unshackle ourselves. Sierra Leone will grow because of civil war. Sierra Leone will grow because of Ebola. Listen, let's leave our past behind. Let's leave it behind. Let's move forward. Let's find a way for our growth. Because if there's no growth, there's no development. Simple. If there's no growth, I can't pay my teachers, I can't pay my doctors, I can't pay nobody. We need to get growth. And how to get growth? Stability, peace, stability, certain development, attractive for the investors. And even, so you see some money, they get money. Just now, I read an article in Nigeria, also in Dangote. These guys, they open multi-billion-dollar factories in Nigeria. In fact, what Buhari don't do, Buhari don't stop. No foreign company can need the export rights in Nigeria. Now, all in Nigeria is done. It's stop them. Let's invest in our people. Let's not invest in. There are people they have money, but they are scared. They don't have confidence. If you put money, they say, "Oh, this is money we take our government would arrest you." Because people they lack confidence. They rather go invest in a foreign country than themselves alone. They are scared. Let's restore confidence domestically. Then we go. That's the way we start fighting corruption.
On that critical point, Chief Tonkla, I want to tell people on the platform, thank you plenty. The people them now with the viewers them. Now this platform here, so they really deal with me.
Tonkla is here, that's right.
Absolutely. They deal with thick and thin, and they've been supportive all the years. This platform now operates over 3 years now.
Wow.
Over 3 years now. That is really amazing. And all the people, some people are not there with you since then. And
we thank them. The
platform will explode because now they get so many big interviews. We tell them because we don't work hard for establish this platform through our support. And this platform, they go leaps and bounds up there, and we grateful for our support constantly. Chief Tonkla, and we don't come to the end of this particular interview. As you know, we interview now just over an hour, mostly what you can do. We want to let you round up. We want to let you give what's your message to the general membership of the APC party, key stakeholders, them, grassroots supporters, them, the women, them, the youths, them, and so many other people. Them. Why make you feel say you're a better candidate? Why make you feel say Salone as a country in general, despite you participate, Salone as a country in general need Alhaji Chief Tonkla Bangura at these critical moments when the country does so?
Okay, first, a message to the one way they take part in a court, the one way they agree. Some grievances they're legitimate, some are not. I appeal to them directly, say, more could lay down, source them, more could calm down, more could look at the scope of national interest. Because if I take a party in court, not only a party that is hot, you are hurting Sierra Leone, you are hurting poor people. People are struggling to get their daily meal. People are struggling. Currently, we brothers and sisters in Belgium, then they cry. Some they are homeless. They don't get money. They finish them completely because that way house, now they keep until when they finish their businesses, they were burnt down. They don't get money. Let's think about this thing. Let's think about the massacre at Paneba Road. I never see from APC internal, then go beside the Ebola, when a natural disaster, then bury 80 people in a mass grave. We don't even know what he killed them. Nobody even ask question. What he killed 80 people them plus another 49. What could think? APC never do what happened at Makini. They never do what happened at Tobo. They never do what happened at Losab. What could think about the country? Listen, I study law, and I get all kinds of tools for affect anybody. But I hold back. Look, I know your power, now go to key. Now go to key, not to say if you like it desperate, if you like a job, if you like a shot and roof, if God says not to you, not to you. If God says not to you, we don't see example across the world. We don't see example across the world. Yeah, Jamaica, Gambia. They say in the Dana power. Where God are ready for that? Now they exile. Right? If we do bad, NTI for the way, but it is alone. So how much could get a thought? Let's have a thought. Lord, go back. More could kill anger. More think about not only the party, but the country. People have to see the back of this government. If I take a party, now count the party na power back at the back of the door. No. Think about the country. Think about national interest. It's very important. National interest. That is missing. It's missing as alone extensively. National interest. And I think we will start for the children in our school, now primary school, nursery, say, what's your national interest? More could teach them and know. Right? So now the appeal there, more could also there, more could try galvanize and the whole election, get a leader and focus on change. That is our motive, that's our now focus, our ambition for win next election. Very important. Now you say what me get way that made the party for choose next election. But God in power it will happen. And when it happen, I will make history. That I will make history in Sierra Leone. I will make history. In fact, I promise to that as well. I will combine former President Sheikh Stephen in record, make it rest in peace. Former President Mama in record, make it rest in peace. And the former President Nkrumah in record, then three combined. I have to just submerge everything. Sierra Leone will be another platform. If listen, if we be bold in taking decision, for be very, very ambitious for change that country. For do I know that we go for work on national interest. You see, some people they don't say you go for all the nose. Some parties that's a long way they don't do bad. We go for all those work with them. I cannot work only APC party. I go for reach across other parties. Them I don't work with them. Like an example, the MP would impress me. Don't make admire. Tawa just tell me say all is not lost in Sierra Leone. He reassured me that all is not lost in Sierra Leone. Tawa, me Adokuta. It make up me Adokuta. I don't care who's party there. Adokuta. Because I know say it's not seeking party interest, it is seeking national interest. I name him because it fascinates me. He impressed in a way that I knew that all is not lost about Sierra Leone. Now, why they forget the symbol? Right, what happened Salone? Me go restore back national cohesion. The bridge for build bridges. Right? Because right now there's a east-south-west divide massively. That's a huge tension. That's a huge fight boil. Me go dampen that tension. Do. I go reassure, I go reinstate confidence. Because confidence, now they count investors. Confidence, now they attract growth. Confidence, now they attract indigenous investors. Confidence, now they reassure people and say that's a country set for business. Me, then give me the power. My duty is for bridges, for build bridges. They between southeast and northwest of Sierra Leone, and that's really, now that's missing at the moment. I miss, it's missing excessively. Me go there in the middle between the southeast and northwest, and that happened for market to be very easy. It's very simple because the northwest want them coordinate while the southeast want them coordinate. So then give me the symbol. Easy for market to be right, and I did in the middle. Right, I did in the middle between the senior them and the young man them. So they have a senior, they don't say I am part of them, I am part of the grassroots. Then the senior knows about say we are better off other Tonkla. Because I will mention say the veterans of the party, look after them. The party itself, there's something where I feel say we get for try to start a party where let's have a grassroots week or grassroots month where we talk to grassroots about the party history, about the party, what the party stand for, about the party policy. We don't get them. We forget them. Let's have a month or a week, what we call a grassroots week, because there shouldn't be no disconnect between we and the grassroots. Now the only party, the grassroots. So forget a time for celebrate them. We'll get a grassroots week or grassroots month for celebrate the grassroots. For encourage them for continue. Because remember what day I'm McKinney. I did inside the boss. I was almost in tears. The railway camp, once we did a comfort inside boss, they soak the supporters. The railway camp, they thought that South was beat them. The South beat them. The day they sick, they were happy. Then when after the railway camp, I felt so guilty. I said, why? I prefer for me to be on that day with them than on the bus. I was in pain. I said, come on, this is unfair. So then why if they give me a all, we have to make sure say we reward them. And that's made the campaign for first the party. Secondly, the party for being financially sustainable. That's that thing why they also think about. The party will be financially sustainable. The party for the running affairs without any constraints. Then how we do I feel say we think about making a cover for the party where in order to salon we put it up. I do like same time I do for the country salon. But I just give this policy. This policy will start getting from no way then get something called sovereign wealth. No way then get the best management for oil and gas. So what you then do, then take the revenue from the oil and gas, then give to hedge companies where now for the investors them. Then they invest for them oil and gas revenue. Then every year, no way they take 2% from that revenue. Now they take to pay teachers, doctors, all civil servants. So that automatically they send them money there for the next generation. So if Sierra Leone the boom under the government, I will be the first leader in Salone where they create a foreign sovereign wealth for Salone. Where Salone, even if we go through turmoil, we get Salone to go take with it. Right? Like that. That me look at say, I have to be the first leader and where they create a foreign sovereign wealth, where they manage country affairs. Even if we go through disaster, country no collapse. The way in December, the bank governor say our country was bankrupt. That was a shame, and nobody resigned. That was a shame. Bankrupt. Why is that? We nobody billions of billions. That's a joke, my friend.
Okay, Chief Tonkla, that's sovereign.
Thank you.
I think it's a nice time for end the show, and want to thank you again
yes.
for your appearance at this platform. We wish you all the best in your campaign, in your endeavors, and
thank you.
Don't pass the message. I believe say the APC people don't hear, and then subsequently thousands of APC people who hear what you don't talk so, and the decision then at the end. So what they do, they facilitate this platform for many hear you message and the decision then at the end. So wish you all the best. Ladies and gentlemen,
I hope I can next as a flag bearer.
Definitely, you will be more than welcome. You'll be more than welcome. Yes. You. And I want to tell people and thank you. I want to remind people and back say next Saturday, this same time, 8 p.m., we go host the acting National Publicity Secretary, CDI Tunis of the APC party. Instead go there, instead go answer and explain to you all the issues about APC and how they see what the country, how the country they go. So please do not stay tuned for that program there. But even before that, we got a subsequent program where they can plenty one them. When I stay tuned to this particular platform, the Den and Now Media Empire, and when I subscribe to our YouTube page, they can urge you all the time because we get so many wonderful, remarkable interviews in there where when I say go like for see, and we use them as a catalog because I think Chief Tonkla don't tell you so today. Tomorrow, if you become president in a salon, now this interview go pull, get him. Chief Tonkla say you tell we. Yes, that's why you tell me also the waiter, what's happy. So you see, that make all they are one of subscribe. Let all say Alonians them, all the potential leaders them. Accountable use the interview and they say, hey, but so that's what we tell we what's happy now. So it's very important, ladies and gentlemen. And on that account there, I want to all thank you. And I want to tell who guests again today, special thanks. Thank you very much. God bless you now. And God bless the country, Sierra Leone.
Thank you so much, Dan. Now, thank you so much. Thank you, brother Supermed, and thank all the viewers across the world. And I thank my brother Widena Payamba, and I thank Human as well for supporting me. I thank everyone, all the view. I also thank Prince Kuroma for giving the platform. May God bless you now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.